Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andrew Gutierrez. You may also know me as Andrew_UTRGB on the class subreddit. And today I will be talking about my research paper titled The Power of Words. I've decided to talk about and elaborate on this topic because I find the human mind intriguing, especially in how it interprets negative and positive messages. To begin, I want to explain how words affect our emotions, our thoughts, and our behaviors. What does someone think when they are told that they're awesome, compared to someone else who was told that they were useless? What do they start to think about that? What do they start to feel? And then how do they act? To begin, I want to start by explaining the theory, the cognitive behavioral theory. It is a theory that explains how our thoughts, our emotions, and our behaviors are all intertwined. When one is affected, all are affected. An example of this is when a professor gives positive feedback to a student on a research paper. They may start to think that they are smart, that they are capable. Then their thoughts begin to affect their feelings. They may feel motivated, they may feel inspired, they may feel happy. And then from there, their feelings start to affect their actions. They may start to study more than what they're used to. They may start to take bigger risks. They may start to slowly reach their goal in graduating from college. But there are also negative messages that convey negative consequences. One of those negative messages is going to be about myself. In middle school, I was in football. I enjoyed playing the sport. I really loved it. And unfortunately, I was always a B team player. Finally, in my 8th grade year, I was chosen to be part of the A team. I was ecstatic. I was happy. I was ready to go, ready to get to work. And as I was walking by on the field towards the A team, I heard a coach tell another coach that they made the wrong choice in choosing me. Now, wrong choice stood out the most in my mind. I started to think, why would he say this? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with my playing? I'm a hard worker, I'm there all the time in practice. I've never missed. Then my thoughts started to affect my feelings. I started to feel unwanted. I started to feel useless. I started to even feel a little sad because I just never understood their reasoning. Then from there, my feelings started to affect my actions. I started playing poorly. The majority of the season, I was on the sideline. I was only a special teams player by the end of the season. And then ultimately, I just stopped playing football altogether, even in high school, because I didn't feel I was good enough. I wasn't capable enough to join the ranks of my fellow peers even at the varsity level in high school. So yes, that was an example of negative messages. Also, in my paper, I explained a few studies on how negative and positive words impact our lives. One study covered how children over their lifetime were verbally abused, and as a result, they started to showcase symptoms of depression, of low self-esteem, low self-efficacy. And another study, it was similar to what I talked about earlier, how a professor complimented a student. This study conveyed how a professor told a group of students that they did good work in the class. And as a result, the students started to be more interested in the class. They started to do better in the class as a whole. And another, at the same token, there was a class that was told negative messages. They started to show negative results. They didn't care about the class as much. They didn't study hard. They did poorly on tests. So really, what it comes down to is our words, our messages, whether we think about it or not, are powerful. They influence us in so many different ways. I do think that my paper would more than likely be towards educators and teachers and parents, because they have the tools, they have the ability to change their child's way of thinking. And as long as they're being told positive things, that they can do it, that they can achieve whatever it is that they want to achieve, become whatever it is they want to become, that they will do better in school, because they are molded by their parents at home, and then they are molded by the teachers in the classroom. They follow what we, or teachers and parents in general, what they follow. And I mean, it works in general, with family members. It works with friends. We just don't know what they are going through. We don't know what they actually feel on the inside. They may look good on the outside. They may seem happy on the outside, but we don't know what they're feeling. And we need to take the time before we say anything to make sure that we give positive feedback, that we continue to bring them up and not bring them down. So with that being said, in conclusion, I thank you all for watching this video. I hope it was interesting enough for you to keep watching, and I wish you all the best on your other research projects. Thank you.